yourself an optical illusion. Grab the brakes a couple times, make sure everything works good. Does it seat right? Does the shocks work? Yeah. Bounce on the rear seat. Does the rear shocks work? Oh yeah, they're nice and comfy. There's extra padding, it seems, on the... I do usually a thorough 4 or 5 mile ride on these things before I bless them. Stand on the rear stand with your right foot. You can just pull it back with one hand, no strength involved, and then just kick the locking part of the rear stand and the bike will not roll forward. The kickstand leans the bike over a little bit, so if you wanted to use a kickstand instead, the bike will stand. I suggest canting the wheel, but it's kind of, I think it's stable now. It's a little bit longer than the last year's model. That made it a little bit more stable. But I like the rear stand myself. So, and there, I'm gonna just put the basket on. The basket comes in a fastener kit with a little plastic bag with a whole bunch of fasteners. You'll need a screwdriver and an 8mm wrench. First thing you want to do is set the bottom part of the fasteners. For the 2 brackets, and I'll show you. And then a shipping container. I'm going to turn off the bike. This lower bracket was a little bit out of true, so I cheated and I used a 6-inch ratchet extension and I just twisted it a little bit to level it with the bike. The basket is adjustable. You can have it high, but when you open the lid, it comes up against the headlamp, so I tend to put it down a little bit lower, like this. There's 2 fastener brackets for the bottom. You put a nut, a screw with a washer through the bottom fastener, and that secures it to this bar. There's a plate of metal that goes across here that lines up with that black metal piece right there that's painted. And you just use a screw, a washer, and an 8mm lock nut. It's kind of hard to do this with my camera on my head and see all the angles, but I'm just giving you an overview. I'm probably not going to assemble it on camera, but that's how you. And the basket lid is attached with the Allen head set screw and a nut they did not include in the fastener kit for some reason, which needs to be resolved from the manufacturer distributor. But that goes through the basket, through the back here. It's stainless, so it's not going to rust. And that attaches the basket lid. You may have to bend this little tab in just a little bit to get it to snap down. I would recommend a lock and a cable lock for the bike. Preferably something like a kryptonite lock. I found those are really resistant to theft. But that's essentially what it takes to assemble the e-bike. If you have any questions, you can reach me on my channel at the Mechanator. Email is probably preferable, as I'll probably get a lot of calls for this. More details and interesting bits of info, I'll put another video together. See the battery assembly video and the unboxing video also on my channel. And I volunteered my service here for the Urantia Abbey Church. There's good days and bad days that I can do this. Sometimes it takes me a little bit longer than that, but for a modest fee, for a donation to the church, I can assemble these for you. and write them like I would, put it together like I would. Thanks for watching.